I don't know how I keep messing up. Man, I thought I was great at my job. This week again, I'm back up today. It seems like even the best drivers in my company are getting back up at least one day a week. Things are getting tight, and mistakes happen. Kind of like when you sign up for Gamefly to get WWE 2K25 because all your friends are playing WWE 2K25. Not one of them, other than one person, has offered, hey, let me play WWE 2K25 with you. So you're sitting there in your head going, well, what's going on? Nobody's even. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even make content anymore. Why would they check in on me? But you just want to play 2K25. But I went and messed up. If you remember in the last video, if you saw it, I am Eric Emanuel, by the way, formerly known on the internet as Tubby Emu. I got targeted with Gamefly ads. And the ads were sign up to WWE 2K, or sign up to Gamefly for a free trial, but they still charge $9.95. But they said they'll get it back, don't worry. And the game was 2K25, so I put that at my number one in my queue, and then I put MLB number two, and then PGA was number three just in case. And long story short, I got shipped PGA, my number three choice in the queue on the free trial, which makes sense because if you're doing a free trial, you want to keep people around who give them the first choice, even though that's the game you literally advertised to me. Whatever. All that aside, the reason I've been known in my life, in my personal life, as somebody that sees both sides of the fence, and to some people, like, and I was like, why don't you take my side more often? It's because you see down the middle, because through all of this, somebody would go leave a bad review of Gamefly, like, I can't believe I got the third rated game, and blah, blah, blah. And then that video could go viral if I was an influencer, and, like, bashing Gamefly, like, why aren't you getting the game, especially if it was advertised? Well, none of that really matters for the sole fact that I have a PS5 digital edition. I don't even have the PS5 that works with the discs that Gamefly is sending me. So immediately my brain goes to, well, have they developed a system where you can just use the license digitally, but it's transferable? So you can sign into your console. Maybe they can even make a 1 to 3 day game delay, so they can simulate the shipping time so you can watch it in your app, but it downloads as like 50K, 56K, so it just takes 5 days, just like it would in the mail anyway. And then it comes onto your PS5, and then you could have it license locked until you hit return, and then you could digitally return it. Could Gamefly go to that kind of business model? I don't know. That would be kind of cool. And that's kind of the future. I think would be really sweet. But I can't play 2K25 because I do not have a disc copy. So, you find yourself in these situations. But luckily, you learn and you grow. So, unlike previously when I was a backup, and I would just lose those hours, and especially when, you get told your entire life, healthcare is so important. You gotta have healthcare. Well, up until I was 26, I had my parents' healthcare. And, my mom's health insurance was great, and then when I turned 26, I kind of like put it as a back priority. But then for the next how many ever years, I just went from 500 pounds and got in the best shape of my life to where the doctor told me in Hudson, you should write a book. You are a miracle. Oh, okay. Talk about making a narcissist. And then now you find yourself with 2K25. And it took 8 or 9 months to realize whenever this happens, because it's only the 5th time in 9 months I've ever been back up. Doesn't happen very often. There's new people, there's stuff going on at work. Who knows? Maybe I end up losing the job. But you get paid time off, and I think I'm up to 48 hours or something like that. So today I finally was like, oh, I can cash in like 6 hours of paid time off. Get 1 hour for still being there for the check-in in the morning. So I still have 7 of my 10 hours for the day. And I get to make this video, and I get to go assemble a piece of furniture for my mom. And I have Instacart running because Instacart's got a deal. And that is what life is, being flexible, being able to overcome instead of being in a fit and raging and being depressed because I don't have 2K25. I'm making the most of everything I have until I finally get to sit down and play 2K25. And it's almost looking like I'm getting written off my job, and eventually content's going to have to be the thing, and I bet on myself. That would be really scary. But no matter what you're going through in life, if you're watching these stupid little videos and you've seen me change and you see me go through so much, just know my flexibility and having those people in my life that gave me the right nudge and trust and support when I needed it, and were hard when I needed it, and pulled back at the right times when I needed them to. You got to be flexible and overcome. And I've learned that you can't just shut people out completely. You can't just be like, no. Because here's the thing, I still haven't even asked TK. Imagine you make such good connections with people over years, they're still willing to help you out. Because the last couple of years, even though I haven't worked with them, I was still able to get a code. But why this year is the one year I don't even feel like asking? It's almost like the experiences have been worth it, and everybody else can promote the damn game. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm here for the people that play the game, people that want to spend their money on the game, people that are lost and can't afford the game. I'm not here to profit off of it. And that's the most freeing thing about content creation. If it makes money, if I'm able to do good, if this channel takes off again, if I create something new and it does fantastic, the foundation, as 2K15 would tell you gotta have a strong foundation, brother. Oh man, the word foundation. It was said so much in that 2K15 room. And they follow through on their foundations. And I built mine. It's time to follow through on mine. So 2K25, I'm going to have to take PGA Tour, and maybe I'm going to have to go to my buddy's house. We talked about golfing. Maybe I'll go play at his house. We'll play some PGA. And then he'd be like, all right, let's boot up 2K. And I'm going to be like, I'm out. I don't want to play WWE right now. And I'll just go use him for his PS5 to play PGA because I want to golf. Yeah. We don't let him see this, and don't let him know I'm not going to play. I'm not ready to play WWE yet. I'm not ready. I will be. Just not yet. In Gamefly, it's not your fault. I just have to remember to cancel your free trial so I don't get billed. Because how did I really forget that the console didn't have a disk drive? I'm not even going to let this video go to 8 minutes so there's mid-rolls. Who cares? Until next time. Tubby Emu. Out.